Welcome to the Popandecast podcast. First episode, widely requested. I'm here in the first episode with Daniel, my best friend,
What's up?
and we're gonna be talking about games, and hopefully gonna have a good time. So first, a little introduction. I feel is in order. So we're gonna just be talking a little about games that we like. Let's just run through one by one. Among the games I like, Factorio is very high up there.
I remember every time you tried to get me into that.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It requires a lot of thinking and planning, and it definitely is a game that's heavy on the mind. And I do get a bit controlling when I when I play that, so understandable
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
I can see that.
How about you?
Uh, Definitely onto my top of my list is definitely just the Soulsborne games, just in general.
Yeah, I like
I
those too.
mean, I mean, with exception of number two, Dark Souls 2. I don't want to go into detail, but just know that I don't like that one very much.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can go into some detail later in another episode.
I
We
mean,
can
yeah, if
try
you
to
want.
discuss the yeah, we could discuss the Dark Souls series in more detail in another episode probably.
Yeah, of course, but
Um,
I'd like some time to prepare for that.
yeah, um, yeah, we did play the a bit of Dark Souls 3 together. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we more specifically played the Cinders mod
Yeah,
mainly.
yeah, which got me banned. So that
Well,
was a
I wonder
funny
why.
little thing. I guess I can say I like Minecraft, which is I mean, doesn't everyone know about Minecraft at this point?
No,
Um,
I think it's pretty underground. Nobody's ever heard of it.
yeah, pretty low indie game. I mean, it did start out as an indie game. That's pretty cool. I definitely like to play it modded, like 200 or so mods.
Yeah, when you play the way you play Minecraft, it might as well be like just a first person like Factorio, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I try to make it. It's an extremely moddable game, and I think you can have fun with it. Like no matter like what you're into in a game. Like if you want Pokemon, there's a mod for that. If you want a city builder, there's a mod for that. If you want like a first person action RPG, there's mods for that.
Yeah, I mean it's
Um,
pretty much just a game. Like you can mod it to your will, and you'll
yeah,
probably find something you like.
I mean, wasn't that and Skyrim where modding was like really popular?
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, if I'm going to say like probably Minecraft, I could play like unmodded. Skyrim for me, I I really can't go back to that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty much the same. I do want to go back once and try like a role play Skyrim once. Just maybe make a little text of that.
Yeah, wait, you mean like Skyrim, like heavily modded, or
No, no, just like well, it can be either or, but I feel like a vanilla one would be good to go back to the roots, you know, see how it used to be.
yeah, I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like Skyrim, like, is just way too like vanilla Skyrim for me is way too bare bones.
Yeah, I can agree there. I do definitely use the the lore friendly ion cannon mod. So,
I mean, of course, it's an ion cannon made by the dwarves, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, they're the only technologically advanced race in the
Yeah, and
entire like Elder Scrolls history. So
want to add like some ridiculously like technological things to the Elder Scrolls universe, just say that's made by the Dormer, then it's automatically lore friendly.
Yeah, good, good shit. You want to take the next one?
Probably. I'm also quite into the Half-Life series. That's like Half-Life 1 was really what got me into gaming.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you either are like you just grow up with it or you don't.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. I did try it at my dad's place, but yeah, I got stuck at a puzzle, I think, or something, so I didn't really get into it.
That makes me curious, like what puzzle you got stuck on, because Half-Life puzzles, they aren't the most
Uh,
complicated thing in the world.
yeah, I know, it was like a seesaw with like, you had to place barrels or something there, and they just couldn't get past it for some reason. In retrospect, it's a pretty simple solution, but at the time I was playing it, I guess I got too like narrow focus, so
I mean, how old were you then?
uh I think I was like what, like between 12 and 14, somewhere like that.
Well, I mean, that's kind of actually the age when I got into Half-Life.
Yeah, but hey, at least you got past the seesaw puzzle.
Yeah, I sure did. But I mean, actually, funnily enough, my first introduction to Half-Life was the leaked beta and stuff.
Hmm.
Because, I mean, if you don't know Half-Life 2, like before, like what we know, like as Half-Life 2 today, there was a like Half-Life 2 was going to be a lot different from like the current Half-Life 2 we know. There's
How so?
like just different concepts. It was a lot more, I guess you could say it was a lot more darker. Like all the inhabitants and citizens would have to wear like gas masks because they like combine like fucked up the atmosphere of Earth so much that it's like unbreathable. I mean, the combine aren't like one race. Like it's the combine. Like it's like an interdimensional like empire.
Yeah, it's a interesting enemy faction, to be sure.
Yeah, and plus there was originally going to be like child like slave labor and stuff.
Man, that would have gone over well today.
Yeah, it sure would. But I don't want to get into too much detail about that. So,
Hmm. Yeah, next I can talk a little about the Just Cause series. Uh, Probably one of my favorite series. They're a bit underrated, I feel, because a lot of the people who come to it are seeking a good story and aren't that into what uh, Just Cause can provide, which is just a huge open sandbox where you can just fly around using a parachute and a wingsuit and a grappling hook
well,
and
underrated.
explode. Hmm?
No, sorry for interrupting you, but like what you say underrated, but I feel like every like sort of guy I knew who like gamed like back in like 2010, early 2010s, like they all played like Just Cause 2. Like I feel
Oh
like
yeah,
that's the most popular one.
yeah. Well, Just Cause 2 was definitely my entry place too. I just saw it there on my dad's Steam page and decided to try it out. And it's been a good like over 10 years now. I mean, yeah, they were a bit limited, but it was definitely really fun. Just Cause 3 definitely introduced the wingsuit, and made traveling a lot faster and more fun because you had to kind of learn how to move with the wingsuit. It wasn't
Hmm.
just like you go down slowly. It was like you had to maneuver and avoid obstacles. So I definitely remember days where I would just like boot it up and play for a couple hours, just like dodging trees and having fun gliding around.
Wasn't there a Just Cause 4 or like I'm very unfamiliar
Yeah,
with the Just Cause series, so
yeah, there was. It did a lot of fun things with the grappling hook, but because of its god awful story, it was dragged on the Steam page, so no one really pays attention to it.
the story really, I really find that hard to believe that that was the sole reason.
Yeah, it was. That was literally the only reason people didn't like it, because the story was so shit.
I mean, when it comes to gaming, does people really think of like Just Cause for like, oh, that game has some great storytelling and writing characters?
I mean, that's what I feel like they tried to. Because I mean, though, most of the reviews that I see that are negative on the Steam page talk about how bad the story is. Meanwhile, if you go to the positive ones, you see that there are a lot of positive ones talking about the gameplay and how fun it is to just fly around and play the sandbox. So,
Um, I mean, what do they expect from like for a story from Just Cause? Like, it just looks like. I mean, just take like one look at the cover and like you'll just guess the story's like some action schlock.
yeah, exactly, and that's kind of why I love it. It puts story second and puts gameplay first. Just have fun with the gameplay, take over some bases, explode some shit, take some cars, take some planes, jetpack, whatever. Just have fun, I think is the point of the game, but a lot of people want a story. I'm not one of those.
I don't know. What was it like something specifically in the story, like something about like some certain topics they tried to cover, or it was just like, oh, this
Uh,
story was generic, or
no, it was just, I feel generic and like it's been done before. Like pretty much like all the stories of the Just Cause series are, ooh, bad guy is being a dictator, time to like dismantle the government. It's an okay like plot point, but I guess if you do it like 4 games in a row, it kind of becomes dated.
I mean, honestly, for like a game that for something that like so action focused and like gameplay wise, for like something like Just Cause, like honestly, who fucking cares what the story is?
Yeah, true.
Like, I mean,
I mean
like, I
that's
mean,
that's
you,
how I feel.
I mean, I think that's ironic considering like how Doom is like praised for like not giving a shit like with its story and stuff.
Yeah, like didn't the new one, like Doom Eternal, or new, how old is that? Like a year or older now? Didn't that one just focus a lot on the story though and the lore?
Well, I wouldn't say the gameplay was like secondary to the story, but I just didn't really give a shit about like what happened in the story. If that's
Yeah,
what you're asking,
exactly. I mean, they
like,
did like give a Doom guy a face and like made him like a religious guy or something. I don't know.
I
Not
mean, I feel
really.
like they tried to connect it to like Doom 64. Like they were trying to
Hmm.
make like a proper timeline out of the Doom games because there wasn't like nothing concrete. Like some people like before Doom Eternal came out, like some people thought like maybe the Doomslayer is just someone entirely different from like Doom guy in the OG2 games.
Yeah.
But honestly, as John Carmack once said, having a story in a video game is like having a story in a porn movie. It's expected to be there, but it's not important.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it exactly the same, but I agree. Yeah,
But
I
I mean,
definitely.
that's just a quote from like John Carmack, so not
Well,
exactly
yeah.
my words.
I mean, I I I would put story second if I was in charge of making a game. I feel like the most important thing is to get good feeling gameplay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you wanna talk about your next game?
Well, next would be Morrowind, my personal favorite in the Elder Scrolls series.
Yep.
Which is funny enough. Like I'm not one of those people that like grew up with Morrowind. Like I don't have like massive nostalgia for it. I just think it's the best like test game like all around.
Yeah, I can see that. I have played it a little, and from the little I've played, it does really feel like there's a lot there, and that it's a lot of good stuff, but maybe not exactly for me. But
Yeah, definitely not easy to get into. I mean, especially considering like probably if like your starting point is like something like Skyrim,
yeah,
which like I'd say when I was younger, like Skyrim was my introduction to the. Well, actually, no, scratch that. Oblivion was technically my introduction, but Skyrim was the first one I really put a lot of time into.
hmm,
And Skyrim used to be my favorite, like back then, but like over the years, like Morrowind just topped it with me. Like it just grew on me over time. Like
why
just
is that? What
everything.
makes it better?
I pers. It's really just like a mix of like everything. Like people might clown on the combat with Morrowind, but I'm going to be honest. Like I prefer Morrowind's combat to Skyrim's like floaty ass like swing a sword or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely did see a lot of people. Like, Morrowind did have a resurgence like a few years back or so, and you did definitely see a lot of people just get really angry at the like, oh no, my sword isn't hitting. Oh no, I can't shoot a bow or whatever.
Well, well, you see that like even if it might visually look retarded, like if your like weapon connects with the enemy but the hit misses, the thing you have to take into account is this is an RPG, and even if
Yeah,
it is using a dice roll combat system in the background, but you have to like also take into account your stats. Like if you're, let's say you pick like longsword as your major weapon skill, but
yeah,
you're using like I don't know, fucking like mace or whatever, let's say, and you're
yeah.
trying to swing at a mud crab, like of course you're going to miss because it's supposed to represent like this is not what your character is like efficient in.
Yeah, of course. Like when you think about it, it makes sense. But if you're like one of those people who played Skyrim first and then directly tried Morrowind, yeah, Skyrim does not play like that kind of an RPG. It's not like a percent chance to hit.
Fuck, I'd argue like Skyrim is barely a fucking RPG. It's more action, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like I'm also not really too fond of like Skyrim's classless system. If I'm going to be
I mean,
honest, I mean, I guess I get what they were going for, more like a more fluid, like natural progression or whatever they were trying to do with it.
yeah,
But for me, like I like the idea of my guy being like just a certain like class. Like this is what he is. Like he's like an archer or an assassin or whatever. Like he has these particular set of skills and he has like weaknesses in other areas.
yeah. That is. I mean, that definitely allows for more, I think, in-depth role play.
Yeah, because you see in Skyrim, like it's memed to death, like the sneaky archer build, but it
Yeah,
really is like you really do see that like as like the end game build for like many people because it's
yeah.
just the most effective.
Yeah, like you have the saying, all roads lead to Rome, but in Skyrim, it's all roads lead to Stealth Archer.
Exactly, and also I really love like Morwin's story. Like I don't think it's groundbreaking or whatever, but there's more nuance to it. But I don't know if you want me to go into detail about it.
Sure, you can do that. We have time.
So yeah, like in more, so you know, in Morrowind, you're the Nerevarine, which is a
Mm-hmm.
reincarnation of the war, like this war like lord for the Chimer, which was what the Dark Elves were before they were Dark Elves, essentially.
Yeah.
And but I don't want to go. I don't want to repeat like the whole fucking lore behind Morrowind, so I'll just keep it like one. Say one thing that I really like in Morrowind story is like it's never spelled out. You are exactly the Nerevarine. Like there's many different interpretations of it. Like you can, like one interpretation I really like is like you become the Nerevarine through your trials and efforts.
I like that.
Like you aren't like just magically like born like into this like say like Skyrim. Oh, you're just the Dragonborn. You have like special shout powers.
Yeah. I mean, I do definitely like when games let you earn like a title or like special powers or something.
Yeah, because you're never really referred to the Nerevarine like until like you're at endgame or at after you beat the main story.
Don't you like have to go through a like huge storyline to get like all the like elves signature that you are the Nervrine or something later on?
Yes, you do,
Or the
and
Hortator.
yeah, you need to get like you need to be recognized as the Nerevarine by the Ashlanders, but you need to
Yeah.
be recognized as the Horhator by the Great Houses of Morrowind.
Mm. Yeah,
And also,
that does make it feel like you've earned it when you actually go through that entire
yeah,
quest line and figure out how to tell people that you are the Nervrine.
oh yeah, also another thing with the Morrowind stories that like not everything is like clear of what happened in the past. Like a lot of it is like secondhand accounts. So it's kind of like before Souls storytelling. Like a lot of it is like interpretation and stuff,
Yeah.
which I really like that way of lore and like story in a game.
Yeah, I definitely do find that more interesting than getting the entire like history shoved in your face with like a massive text box.
Also, Morrowind's environment and like the culture and everything be is just the best like the Elder Scrolls has been. Just so
Yeah,
alien and weird and just unique, unlike Skyrim's Vikings and like Oblivion's like generic ass like just Lord of the Rings like. But honestly, but Oblivion has its own charm,
yeah.
even if that is to laugh at it. But
I mean, yeah, you definitely do see the Oblivion NPC memes all around.
yeah, Oblivion is just kind of like Morrowind is something like I take very genuinely, but Oblivion is like I don't know. Oblivion is just like one dumb cartoon to me.
Yeah, I can definitely
But
see
but
that.
but I love it still.
Yeah, it's it's definitely part of gaming history.
But Skyrim is like pretty fun modded.
Yeah, I mean, it like with Minecraft, it provides a really good base
Yeah,
and allows you to mod it and make whatever you want out of it.
yeah. Especially like I don't think I could ever like play Skyrim without a Frostfall. Fucking
Oh yeah, the like realistic like cold, hot and stuff. Or
yeah. I really love that.
yeah, I mean, it does add like a hardcore element to the game.
Yeah, which I think is what like Skyrim should like have because
Yeah,
it there's really no difficulty in Skyrim.
not really, no.
Difficulty, difficulty sliders is just enemy has more health and hits you harder.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
Like
really make sense that the generic Dragonborn outfit, like if you're in the middle of like a winter hellscape, like doesn't really make sense to wear iron armor. Like you'd probably wear like some fur armor or something.
Yeah, since like the Dragonborn like armor is it's basically just a tunic with like a fur skirt
Yeah,
and
so
like no like
some
leggings.
realism is good.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that'll be enough of me like dick riding Morrowind and like trashing on Skyrim. So
I mean, we can talk about that sometime later. Maybe we can go more into detail in well, all of the series that we've listed so far. We can go into like more detail in another
yeah,
episode.
the downfall of the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, would be a good theme. So I guess my next one would be the Far Cry series. I really like the Far Cry 3 and 4. I played Far
Okay,
Cry
so
2, but it was a bit too unstable for me, I guess. It just kept crashing and and
oh
like
so
not
you,
wanting to be played.
so you never got the pleasure of like just being assaulted by malaria.
Oh no, I did I did get malaria and my gun fucking exploded in my hand, but I don't know, it just feels like you need a computer from that age to play it.
I mean, you could probably. I mean, there's probably a mod to make it like run completely fine.
Yeah, probably. I didn't really feel like looking into it at that time.
Mm.
But we have played a lot of the Far Cry games together.
Yeah, I played Far Cry 3. Honestly, I think Far Cry 3 is actually the only one I like legitimately finished. But we did
Yeah,
play a lot of like 4 and multiplayer.
yeah. That definitely has like a really interesting like multiplayer aspect, and it feels like a lot of fun to just mess around with friends in that game or in that series.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely just very fun to just fucking take outposts and just go charging in, or take it
Yeah,
stealthily if that's your thing.
I definitely do love the challenge of like only going into an outpost with like a single knife, and you have to like sneak your way through it and take it stealthily.
I mean, yeah, it's fun. Also,
I didn't.
Far Cry does like have some very good villains.
Yeah, Voss was a good one, and Pagan Min, I think, is my
I just,
favorite. They're all so charming and charismatic, and just pure evil.
but Voss wasn't the true main villain of 3, if I remember. Like, it was just a generic guy in suit.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the weak things. Voss got killed off pretty like halfway through the game or something.
Yeah, and you go to like the shittier island.
Yeah, and I mean you do unlock the wingsuit, so that's at least something.
Yeah, but I mean, like the island was like a lot flatter and stuff, so felt like counterintuitive.
Yeah, it really does. But yeah, they do have like some of those writers in there, like they're so fucking good. They write the villains so good. I love them.
Yeah, they're definitely iconic.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, thoughts on Far Cry 5?
bad story. Bad,
Just
bad. I don't like it.
just bad story, gameplay, anything else?
I mean, the gameplay's fine, but it does take it into like a super like religious like America sect, and it doesn't really feel that fun, I guess. And the ending is super bad. But again, with multiplayer, it is fun.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, multiplayer
But
does just fix a lot of games, doesn't it?
yeah, but I think that comes more from like just having fun with friends than like the actual quality of the game itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just bumps games up as long as it has a multiplayer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Far Cry. What was that one? Like, wasn't it like a DLC, but not like fucking Far Cry Red Dawn? Like where it wanted to be like Fallout for like a minute.
Do you mean the one with that had the two really annoying twins?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I mean, only the first spin-off was really good. Blood Dragon, that was really fucking good. A good
Yeah,
parody of modern games and just really fun overall.
I haven't played Blood Dragon.
All the other ones have been like all the other spin-offs have been pretty mediocre.
Mm. What the fuck was even like the selling point of like Red Dawn? Like, would like, oh, it's
Uh
just Far Cry like post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, like after the ending of Far Cry 5, they just decided, hey, let's copy Fallout, and it didn't
Yeah.
really go that well.
Well, yeah, like I don't even remember if it was like called fucking Red Dawn or like Pink Dawn or where the fuck it was called.
Yeah, so probably something like that. I am very, very excited for Far Cry 6, though, the upcoming one.
Yeah,
Looks,
that looks cool.
yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Next game you want to talk about?
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas, or just probably Fallout in general. But Fallout New Vegas is my introduction to the Fallout series, so it's definitely just a game like I've just put stupid amount of hours in, making different builds and stuff. And just the role
Yeah,
playing is just unparalleled.
yeah. I mean, I've I've heard it singing its praises a lot. So, and
Well,
I
yeah,
did try it out once on stream, which you can probably find on my YouTube channel.
yeah,
Didn't go that well, but hey, at least I tried.
Radical Scorpions.
They are radical. Yeah, talk a little about the series. Why do you prefer New Vegas over the other ones?
I mean, I can't say anything about Fallout 1 and 2. I do plan on playing through those someday.
Hmm.
I just have to be in the right mood.
Oh yeah, definitely. I did try to
Oh,
play Fallout 1, but yeah, it wasn't really it felt too clunky, but that's just because I'm not really used to the art style and the control method, I think.
yeah, and also probably the like isometric like view.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fallout 3 though, I can't really much say much about it. It's just, I mean, a lot of what I said about Skyrim and my dislikes of it can probably be applied to like Fallout 3 and 4. Like
Hmm.
barely an RPG, just more action, barely any
Yeah.
choice, and it just feels like Todd Howard wants to like just I want to make my own story.
Yeah. I mean, they did buy the original Fallout studio after they became popular and just I guess just fuck it up.
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas is just. I mean, it's a game I played like around like probably like after like I got into like Half Life, so it's kind of part of my like gamer DNA of what
Yeah.
like. So I also have like a lot of nostalgia for it.
Yeah, I get you. Personally, my favorite is Fallout 4. The story is shit, but the gameplay is fun when you can mod it at least.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I just really like the weapon crafting and that one DLC that added like conveyor belts and stuff.
Ah, yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, the one that got shit on by the community, and I was apparently the only one that liked it. But I mean, yeah, I know the story is bad, and
It's not, the story isn't the reason I fucking hate it though. Like, it's just like how much they. It does not feel like it is. No, it's not that it doesn't feel like an R. It is not a fucking RPG. It's just a fucking action game, like a looter shooter. Like it might as well be fucking
yeah,
Borderlands.
I mean, yeah, that is what it turns into after a while. It just turns into go here, kill things, pick up items, and like craft better like attachment to the gun.
Yeah. Also, I find the whole legendary like enemy thing like just a bit retarded. Like, oh, you this legendary fucking rad roach appeared, kill it, and get like this super legend gauntlet.
Yeah, isn't it like once you get below a certain threshold, or if you kill a legendary enemy, like gets revived, and then you have to kill it again for some reason.
It just left a fucking poor taste in my mouth. I mean, some of the companions were cool, I guess, but
Yeah,
other than
some of the
that,
companion quests were pretty good, but yeah, overall not that good. It was fun for a bit though, with the whole base building stuff and like weapon modification.
but yeah, but I never gave a shit about the base building
Hmm.
in that game, so
Well, it does also
I don't
like
know.
shoot itself in the foot because it has like a limit on how like big you can build. Like it has like a bar on the top of the screen that shows like, hey, you can't build any more like objects. Which
I guess
um,
because also the building thing was more. It looked more like it was made for like a controller than a like a PC, like a keyboard
yeah,
and a mouse.
I mean it was definitely clunky, but you get used to it, I think. So
I don't know, like I put like 100 hours into Fallout 4, just trying to convince myself that you did not waste your money, Daniel. This is good. This is what you want. Then like after like 100 hours, I'm just like, nah, fuck this. I hate this. I was hyped for nothing. So yeah, my hatred is it's I just don't like Fallout 4. Okay.
yeah, I mean that's understandable. I mean for me it was just like a guilty pleasure. Just because it was fun to shoot like enemies and like snipe them with like a railgun or something.
I think I only came to like the super radiation wasteland,
Yeah,
and
I do prefer it with mods. I pretty much can't play it without.
I don't know. I don't think even think mods would make me enjoy that game.
Yeah. So let's move on to some games that we played together recently. Generation Zero. That was a fun one.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, but I don't know if for me personally, I don't know how long the appeal is going to last for me.
Yeah, I mean, to explain, it's a what like semi-horror survival game set in Sweden in like 1940 or something.
Uh huh.
Where
Fucking
you
1940,
I don't know, like what is it?
1980s.
Yeah, same thing. Where you just show up in a village and everyone is gone, and there are random robots around the place, and you just have to gather up enough or a lot of bullets and weapons and survive and figure out what happened. Where is everyone? And it has up to 4 player multiplayer, I think. You can play it single player or up to 4 player multiplayer.
Yeah, it's kind
Um,
of Far Cry-esque in a way, or just feels
yeah,
like it at moments. Like sort of
yeah,
like
it does
outpost
actually.
like taking.
Yeah, because you do have to get the like some of the houses by killing or destroying like 4 or 5 bots that are around the house. So that is yeah, that is a good comparison.
Mm.
And the first time I played it, it definitely turned into more of a horror game because I was stealthy and crawled around a lot. Yeah, and I didn't find that much ammo, so it was more like conserve my ammo and stay safe. But when I played with Daniel and one of my other friends, it just became more explosions, boom, boom. Now I know where all the ammo is, so we can just go loud.
Yeah, and I mean
So
it's pretty fun, but like that's I felt like 50% of that fun is just coming from like playing with other friends and like banter and stuff.
yeah, like I said earlier, multiplayer does pull like a game up a lot of points.
Yep. But yeah, I'd like to play like Generation Zero like another time.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a thing we can do.
Just find out what the
Uh,
fuck happened in Sweden.
yeah, yeah, they're apparently bots from Russia or something. I don't know, super space bots. Next
Those
up,
silly communists.
Yes. Next up, Final Fantasy 14. Did you pay attention a lot in like the recent YouTube sphere that a lot of people are moving on from World of Warcraft to Final Fantasy?
No, I haven't actually.
Well, there's a huge wave of people coming from World of Warcraft to Final Fantasy because they apparently have better story and better like stuff in Final Fantasy that they don't have in World of Warcraft, and the community is apparently better, and the creators actually care.
Yeah, I guess the appeal of. I mean, I remember like a year or so back, like WoW got a lot of popularity back, like due to WoW Classic.
Yeah, well, yeah,
But I
and
guess like
also
that
Blizzard
the
is just a
appeal.
really shitty company.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah, we played it outside of that, like uninfluenced by all of that. And what's your opinions on it?
Oh, I mean, it's decently fun, like JRP, MMO, JRPG.
Yeah, I mean they definitely said the creators definitely said that they are focusing mostly on making it a good JRPG more than making it a good MMORPG.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, you can definitely see that. Like, but I don't know. I feel like most MMOs nowadays are becoming more like single player like experiences, just with like a bunch of like other players that might as well just be NPCs.
Yeah, that is definitely the feeling I'm getting from a lot of them nowadays.
I mean, I was never a guy. I never was into MMOs, so
Hmm.
just take what I say with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I mean it was fun definitely. I do want to get back into it though with you and the other friend and do some dungeoneering. That seems like it could be fun.
Hmm.
You want to talk about some of the games you've played recently?
Yeah, I recently finished RE7.
Oh, yeah, how was that?
I really enjoyed it, but well, I mean, mostly enjoyed it
Hmm.
because like I find the first half really really suspenseful and just great horror.
Okay,
Just like
I need to I need to play
traversing
some good
through that
horror.
house. Hmm?
I need to play some good horror soon.
Yeah, it definitely should. And plus, is like horror isn't like something like I can just like put on and just play.
Hmm. No, what you were saying?
But yeah, first half of RE7, really good, really suspenseful. Just trying to like outmaneuver and just stealth your way through the house, like while the guys like chasing you down as the Baker family.
Oh yeah.
But second half, I just gets a bit too like action, like a poor man's Call of Duty.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like if it starts out as a horror game, it should. Well, if it is a Resident Evil game, it should definitely play into their strengths and not just move on to like now we're action.
Yeah, well, I mean, it still has like horror to it, but it
Mm.
it doesn't help that like the enemy, like the standard like enemies are just very generic and just I don't know, they're just more there just to pad the game out.
Mm.
Like I really felt like I don't know, it felt a lot of it felt very unnecessary. Like the second half, it was definitely there to like just connect it to the other like Resident Evil games.
Ah, okay.
But I mean, first half was good enough for me to really enjoy it.
That's good.
And the other game I was playing recently was Stalker, which
Yeah,
is
the Stalker like Shadow of Chernobyl or something, or the first one.
yeah the first one, Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Uh, a game I tried getting into many times in the past because at first when I was like playing Stalker, like I just thought, oh, Russian Fallout. But
Yeah, I mean that is the feel that you do get from the little gameplay that you do see.
yeah, but this time when I'm going in like I'm trying to actually finish this time.
Hmm.
I'm not done yet, but I played like a decent portion.
Okay. Can you gauge like about how far you've come, or?
I can't really say like how far I'm in,
Hmm.
but I really like it.
That's good.
I'm definitely trying to judge it on its own merits instead of just my previously perceived notion of it being fucking funny Russia Fallout.
Yeah, I mean that is definitely good to just judge it based on what it actually is and not what you think it is.
Yeah, true.
So, anything more to say, or should we move on to today's main topic? I guess you could say.
Sure, let's just move on to that.
All right. So, I think on Monday or Tuesday, Nintendo revealed the Nintendo Switch OLED model, or what I like to call the Nintendo Switch 1.5. Did you see it at that time, or was it when I said it that was your first time you heard of it?
When you sent the message to me on Discord, that's the first time I've ever actually heard of it.
All right. So, I mean, everyone probably knows by now, but the Nintendo Switch, super popular. Everyone has one pretty much. It's really good. Uh, Nintendo really hit it out of the park with that one. Like a stationary console that you could also take with you. That's a genius. Um, but it had limited resolution, limited power, um, limited
Joy
battery,
Joy-Con
all of
drift.
that. Well, yeah, that too. um, and it just by itself it was pretty uncomfortable to hold, so you pretty much need like a like attachment to like play it comfortably in your hands. And we have thought ever since they released the Switch Lite that hey, they should release some sort of like Switch Pro, which has like more power, more battery, better screen, like 1080p maybe, and that can output 4K, 60 FPS, or something like that. Maybe not even that much. But as long as it's like more powerful and maybe more comfortable, we would be happy, you know? But what they instead did is they focused entirely on the handheld part of it. They uh, reduced the bezels, so the screen size is bigger now. It's, as the name implies, OLED, so the colors are better, but it's still, what, like 720p or something?
Yeah.
So the resolution is still pretty. Well, it's okay for what it is. Um, they increased the storage size to 64 gigabytes. Um, they improved the speakers. They added a um, like wired internet port to the dock, and I think that's all they did. Um, that they didn't do anything with the power or with the battery or the CPU or the like graphics capabilities. They just kept it all the same pretty much. What are your opinions on that? What would you
Well, I
yeah, what do
mean,
you
honestly,
think?
honestly, just fix the Joy-Con drift, and I'd be happy.
Yeah. I mean that is a big wish that people had. Like they Nintendo did get sued a lot over the whole Joy-Con drift thing. So I mean, I guess it's cheaper to get sued than it is to fix the issue.
I mean, this is Nintendo we're talking about. They aren't with the times, as the cool kids would say.
Yeah, I know they are definitely very like old school and stuck in their ways. We have a lot of complaints about them, but they are Nintendo, so I guess we semi forgive them because they have shaped our like childhoods a lot. At least for
I
me.
I wouldn't forgive them.
I mean, not completely, but it's like that one like it's like that one grandfather, you know, who you love and all that, but he like whenever you invite him to dinner, he spouts racist shit and just is a bit of the shit person, but he's your family, so you have to love him.
I guess.
I mean, I do have a lot of good memories from playing Nintendo games. They are a big part of my early gaming life. And even
I,
nowadays, I still play some Nintendo games.
I mean, I do too. I mean, I do have memories with Nintendo too, but I mean, I don't know, just Nintendo's not really doing the right decisions nowadays.
Yeah, that is true. What would you? Yeah, what would you have wanted if you wanted like an upgrade to the Nintendo Switch? What would make you happy, or what would make you care?
Honestly, I don't think anything would make me care. Like, I'm not really. My Switch right now is really just is it, it's just really just a Tetris 99 machine for me.
Yeah,
I'm not really playing it all that much. Like, I mean,
hmm,
maybe like I'll put on like Super Smash Bros. Like if I have some friends over and we want to just like have some fun. But honestly, I really couldn't care to be honest.
yeah, I definitely feel similar, but I do play it quite a lot more than you. Recently, or not recently, but I have been playing a lot of Monster Hunter Rise on the Switch.
Yeah,
Um,
but you're more into like Nintendo IPs than me, so
yeah, definitely. Uh, yeah, I love Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That's a really a good favorite of mine. But yeah, I might get it because I want to give my old Switch, or my then old Switch, to my mom so that we can play like Mario Kart and stuff together online instead of like only having to like visit her or something. But
Uh,
I don't.
did they even name a price for this new Switch
Yeah,
1.0?
yeah, it's gonna be $50 more expensive than the current version.
All right.
Which, if you want it for like purely handheld, sure, fine. and but I barely play it handheld. I mean, who knows? Maybe this can get me into playing more handheld.
I mean, I think I actually use like more handheld for my Switch, anyways.
Oh, you
Like,
play more handheld?
gotta be honest, yeah. Like, I really only play it like probably only like if I'm going before I go to sleep, and I want to like
Hmm.
just I don't know play a quick match of like Tetris.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like it will be better suited for that with a bigger screen and better colors
Hmm.
and more onboard storage. It definitely seems like it would be better suited for handheld game or handheld gameplay more than docked.
Okay, more comments
Not really. I mean, like I
on
said, I might get it, but probably not.
But what about on Nintendo as a company?
Yeah, like I said, they're stuck in their ways and a bit old timey. They could definitely go with adopting a more friendly and future aimed tactic instead of like suing people that make fan games, or like sending cease and desist letters to like everyone who like touches a like Pokemon where they're not supposed to or whatever. Um,
So basically, Nintendo shouldn't be like so sensitive about their IPs.
yeah, exactly. Like look at Sonic Mania. That was like the most popular Sonic game for a long time, and that was
Why
made purely by like
fans, if I
yeah,
remember correctly.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it was, and it was the best Sonic game of recent
yeah,
years.
yeah, definitely. They because they saw that some fans were like making Sonic projects on their own, and then Sega went like, "Hey, do you guys want to work for us? We can pay you money, and then you can make the game you want." Like, what if Nintendo was like that? Like, talk to the people who like make fan projects and actually hire them.
Yeah, seems like a pipe dream.
I mean, yeah, of course, but it would make the entire thing a lot better. Like, people could actually make things that they wanted instead of being fed like a crust of bread like every like once a year, something that is like in middling quality, like the Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Mm.
And then we could get more games like Pokemon Arceus, which should be coming next year, which is an open world Pokemon game, which I feel like is pretty much what literally every person who've ever heard about Pokemon would want.
Yeah, but we're just still not sure what the quality will be.
Oh yeah, I mean the what they showed was like a 3 frames per second Pokemon just hovering, no reactions, and it just felt pretty like flat. But
Yeah.
but hopefully they can make something good out of it. I mean, expectations are kind of low. I don't expect them to make the best game ever, but this is definitely a chance they do have at making the best game ever if they pull it out, if they pull it off.
I mean, I'm going to be cautiously optimistic about it.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm not really a big Pokemon fan anyway, so
In recent years, me neither, but I used to be a big Pokemon fan. Like I said, with the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series, it's really fucking good. That's pretty much all I have to say on Nintendo. Anything you want to say, or should we go on to the next
nah,
stuff?
I pretty much have the same thoughts as like what you said. Like they're just a bit old timey and just kind of stuck in their ways.
Yeah, recently, like a few weeks ago, week or so, there was the Steam Indie like fest or whatever they called it, where they showed off a lot of indie games, and a lot of them had like downloadable and playable demos. Did you look at that? Did you play any?
I haven't. I mean, honestly, like I haven't really been keeping up with what's going on Steam and like what's going on with gaming news recently. So
Well, I checked out a few, and I have like two two games to talk about. I think though I played. Not too much though. Just a little like, hey, keep this on your radar. Um, Lost Nova, which was made by the same people who made Forager, is a very cute little collecting crafting game, where you crash land on a alien world and you have to gather up materials and use your like 3D printer fabricator to make tools and upgrade your ship
mm,
and be able to leave in the end, I think.
mm,
And there's so many like little charming like dialogue things, so many charming NPCs, and it's just a really feel good game, you know? It just makes you feel good, and it just makes you happy.
mm.
So definitely if you're into that sort of stuff, just check it out. Doesn't look like it's gonna be super long, but it looks like it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, for the zero people watching this podcast, but
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, to all of you zero people. I mean, hopefully we'll get a couple views. Um,
well, don't get too excited.
oh no, that's the 2 views. Shooting for the moon right here. Um, and the other one, Railroute. Um,
Was this is
I don't
like
really.
another Factorio thing?
No, it's a game where you manage the like train network. Um, it has a really, I don't know. I don't have that much to say about it.
You
it
just
just
manage trains.
yeah, pretty much. You manage like a train network, and you have to like upgrade and build like more um, rail networks and connect stations, and you have to like send trains where they're supposed to go. You have a schedule, and you can fill it out however you want. Like I said, I don't have that much to say about it. It just scratches that like one particular like management itch that I have, you know.
All right, I mean, I see.
Um, that's pretty much it for the indie games or indie demos.
So,
The
like new games that released, or
yeah, let's talk about some new games. Scarlet Nexus. Any thoughts on that, or have you looked at it at all, or?
all I know is that it's like I don't know. To me, it looks like Code Vein, like sci-fi
Yeah,
flavor,
yeah,
like
just
just
definitely.
another like JRPG with the like anime look.
Yeah, it does feel like it is like made by Platinum Games, doesn't it?
I guess I haven't looked that much into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, but it definitely feels like it. Like when we watched E3 together, when we saw the game they actually was working on, and I think this one, we said, wait a minute, didn't they switch this around? Scarlet Nexus feels like they like should have been made by Platinum.
No, no, the real game, real action game to be hyped for is that Final Fantasy game where they won't shut up about chaos.
Yeah, I was half expecting like Shadow the Hedgehog to come in there and do like chaos control.
You know what I oh yeah, have you heard like the demo like wasn't working for that game?
Yeah, I
Like
heard about that. Like that they released like a non-functioning version that wouldn't boot up.
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, I kind of want to actually try that new Final Fantasy game just to see if it's as hilariously edgy as that trailer.
It does look kind of interesting to be fair. Like the combat actually looks kind of good.
Well,
But
I mean, I
yes, it
guess.
does look like an edge fest.
Fucking character. Sorry, I can't. Just, just the dialogue is playing in my head, like at this moment, like it's like it just. I don't know. It just sounds like a fucking Power Rangers cartoon.
Yeah, fair enough. No, but Scarlet Nexus. It also has an anime, so I
Did
don't
the
know.
anime
Seems
come
interesting.
first? So what came first, the anime or the game?
I think they released the same day. Because it's supposed to be like a partner thing, like Pokemon does, you know.
Okay, so I
Uh,
guess it's like just the anime is based on the game, not the other way around.
I don't know. But well, in the like anime thing, it does say it's based on a game, so I don't know what they planned first. But
Mm.
Scarlet Nexus does really seem interesting. Like it has like based on if you want to play a guy or a girl, like the stories are completely different. It seems like the actual contents of the story, not the gameplay.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really too big on like JRPG stories.
I mean, yeah, the story. I mean, it's a JRPG. Who really cares about the story? I mean, I guess
I
some
mean,
people do, but
actually, I feel like that's what most like JRPG fans like praise, but I can't say
well,
that's just me. That's just an outsider looking in.
I mean, yeah, I do like Dragon Quest, like which one was that? Like 11S Echoes of an Elusive Age or something.
Yeah, the new
Um,
one.
Yeah, I really like that one, but the story, I don't really care. It's just like, go find these magical MacGuffins, and then go find these magical MacGuffins, take them here, and like, I don't know, something happens.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's the stereotypical image I have of like a JRPG story. Is like you have to get the MacGuffin to stop evil Dark Lord or
Yeah,
whatever. I don't know.
yeah,
It's something
you have to
like something.
stop the darkness using the power of friendship and these magical MacGuffins.
Yeah, and like your player character, the main character has like some sort of hidden dark side or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's very anime-esque tropes that I've like kind of. I mean, like when I was younger, I used to like these tropes, but like over time, I've kind of grown to just get tired of them.
yeah, I understand. I mean, I do like the intro of the game, but I don't know. The story just seems generic to me.
Yeah, which, but I mean, it's a game, like so. Story
Yeah,
like comes second. Like gameplay is really what matters.
yeah. I mean, that's what I feel differently, and the gameplay feels kind of good in that. Next game, Monster Hunter Stories 2, released or releasing today actually. From what I've seen, it's really really good. It's like Pokemon but Monster Hunter and a good story. Do you have any thoughts?
You're asking like some guy who doesn't give a shit about Monster Hunter what his thoughts on the new Monster Hunter game is.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have to give you like
I don't know.
a chance to talk.
All I think is Minecraft story mode. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, just the name.
I,
Um, I am really really hyped for it. I didn't play the first one, or I did try it on the phone, uh, but couldn't really get into it. Um, but it was apparently very good. So I'm gonna give this one a try on the PC, and it also has multiplayer. So maybe Daniel can help too.
I'm gonna force me.
Yeah, just like force him to join. Um, I am gonna write a more detailed review on it though once I get my hands on it. But my thoughts are I'm very very excited for it, and it seems like it's gonna be a good game.
Well, it looks like a game.
It sure does. Uh, Next up, upcoming games. Do you know of any that you wanna specifically talk about, or
When you talk upcoming games, you're talking about like in a month or so.
yeah, like upcoming within like a month or so?
Can I just look that up real quick?
Sure. While you do that, I'm gonna talk a little about RimWorld's ideology update, or DLC. I don't know which one it is yet. RimWorld, which is a game that I'm also going to cover in a little different way than, I guess, a normal game review, is getting an update that allows you to create your own religion.
Hmm.
Based on that, what do you think about that, Daniel?
Piques my interest.
Yeah, I mean, and the choices you get are like pretty generic, like religion things. Like you get to choose three like main pillars that you focus on. Like I don't know, cannibalism is one of them. The fact that you have to like make statues and stuff, I think, is one of them. You could also make it so that body modification is looked down upon. Um, I think you also can do something along with like gender, like the men are bad or women are bad or something like that. It definitely seems interesting, and whenever it comes out, I'm gonna start a review on it.
And you're gonna put it. a countless amount of hours into it.
Probably, to be honest. I'm gonna probably just write my review and then be like, wait a minute, this was fun. I'm gonna keep going.
Well, you say upcoming games. You know it's coming out in September 10th.
One.
Oh, man, I'm really excited for this. Life is Strange: True Colors, man. Damn,
Oh
I'm so excited.
man.
I'm so excited to be walking and then like choose between bad choice and good choice.
Oh, man, that's such a good game. Like
Yeah,
you have so much freedom, and man, it's so good.
man, I can walk and like and I can walk around in a classroom and like touch different objects and like the character will just say some random nonsense like, "Man, this flower looks nice."
Yeah,
Or whatever.
yeah. If you hadn't guessed, we don't particularly like that entire game series, but
Honestly, honestly for me it's like any kind of like style of that game, the whole
yeah, the walking simulator stuff. Or
uh,
the
or
wait, what was that?
tell
What was that? Like, yeah, Telltale game.
yeah, Telltale games like format. It's just so
Yeah,
I'd rather just watch a movie.
yeah, that's what I feel. If you want that kind of stuff, then just watch a movie or a TV show. They should just make a TV show or a movie instead. Like honestly,
Nah, but it's like artistic, and they have to like express it through the medium of video games, man.
yes,
But yeah, we're not a fan of that particular style of games.
no. Yeah. Did you find any good upcoming games or?
Honestly, the only one that I see like interesting is like Tales of Arise and Deathloop,
Yeah,
and that's
Deathloop
really
looked
it.
really interesting. Did you watch the Sony conference? I think today.
Uh, I watched someone's reaction to it, and yeah, it looks interesting. Like,
Yeah, it looks really cool. Surprisingly cool. Like I thought it would just be like a generic like versus like yeah shooter, but
no, it's like
no.
it's a single player game, isn't it?
No, it's a single player that can turn into a multiplayer. I think like you can get invaded.
Ah, all right.
Yeah,
Because to me, it looks like Dishonored. Like it looks cool. Like I love Dishonored, so like it looks like
yeah,
Dishonored with like a like death loop mechanic. Like you restart the day over if you die.
yeah. And
Isn't that?
or if you fail to kill, yeah. The thing is, um, you if you die, you start the day over. Or if you fail to kill like the what eight like super bosses or whatever in that one day, you also start the day over.
Hmm.
But if you when you die, if you can go back to the place where you died, you can pick up your like old equipment and stuff, and you can get skills that allow you to like cheat death once or twice. And it just looks really fun, to be honest.
But yeah, it's the Sony conference like caught my eye, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. And plus, I have enjoyed like Arcane Studios like past efforts with the Dishonored games, and
Hmm.
I I played some of Prey, enjoyed that. Never finished it though. I do have to finish it though someday. Prey.
Well, yeah, Prey, I like that one. That was really good. That was in one of the rooms. There's like a D&D session going on. You just see like yeah, some character sheets and like a game board and dice and all that. It just looks really. I don't know. I just really love that kind of storytelling. Yeah, was that it for upcoming games or?
Yeah, that's all I'm looking forward to. Tales of Arise and Deathloop. Well, I mean,
All right.
somewhat, sort of like I don't know. Tales of Arise, like I guess it's like I tried getting into the Tales series before, and like this will probably be like another like failed attempt, probably because like
Yeah, same
not
here.
not
But
not saying anything on the quality of the Tales game. Like I'm not saying they're bad or good. I'm really just not into JRPGs. Like
mm,
minus the Soulsborne games, but like that's only if you really want to count those as like JRPGs as in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I tried it once, didn't really get that into it, but I'm probably gonna try this one out, see how I like it.
Yeah, it looks more next gen like. Instead of the
Yeah.
previous one, looked a bit too. I don't know, it just looked like an HD like PS2 game.
Mm. Well, funny that you should say that, uh, because the next game that I have to talk about, it's an interesting game that you should check out. Uh, does the opposite. They don't go forward; they go backward. Uh, looks like it's inspired by Zelda 2. Hero Spirit is a Steam
Could
game
you
that came out in January.
could you get a more generic name?
Yeah, sure. The name is pretty generic, but it's a like 2D top-down adventure game, adventure RPG game. Um,
So it's like the
and
old
I,
Zelda's, like Link to a Past and stuff.
yeah, exactly. Well, the Zelda 2, which one was that again? Like Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah, the side
Ultimate
scroller one.
2. Yeah, that also had the like top world map thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one. That's yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
Um, and it looks really cool, like a really old school style game that I'm definitely gonna check out. And I have bought it, but I would recommend just checking out the Steam page. Any any interesting games you want to shout out? Can be like a smaller
Uh,
game or something you like
no.
want to boost.
Well, I mean, this came out a while ago, but if anyone's a fan of like just like Quake or like Doom or like just old like classic first person shooters, just play Dusk. Just play it.
Yeah, I mean, you have said some good stuff about Dusk before, but yeah,
But I don't want to go into detail about it, but I just love Dusk. It's great. I have to
yeah,
play through it again.
yeah, fair enough. Maybe I'll have you write a review about it later.
Maybe this game good. Please play. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah, that would
Or
be
that's
great. No, but that's pretty much it for today. Unless you have any closing thoughts or.
no. I have nothing else to say. Just fuck you, Nintendo.
All right. This has been Marius and Daniel, and we hope you have a good day.
See ya.